my Peregrini friends! Welcome back to the PereRally series. In the previous episode, we watched our bottom 6 drivers conclude their first rally race for the Class A category in the East Coast. We witnessed Reinaldo and Daisy crashing their cars and not being able to complete, with Daisy underperforming Reinaldo once the penalties are applied after all of the drivers have finished their own. You may ask why Daisy underperformed Reinaldo. So, Reinaldo completed 9 checkpoints, while Daisy completed only 5. And while this is not visible in the map, I will improve the checkpoint visibility once we start with the Class B, as it requires me to rework some placements in the map itself. So, let's recap the results now. Kian is leading with 3 minutes 21 seconds and some milliseconds, followed by Yegorian 11 seconds behind, then Arthur 14 seconds behind Kian, and Xiao Li a whopping 23 seconds behind. So Kian is definitely leading here with some advantages for the rest of the series. And in this part of the day, we will now check our mid-6 qualifiers, which are Shane Grehan, the second and last Irish driving of the season, then Jolanta Janus, our Polish friend, Vladerio Catalonotto, who is Ari's cousin, Monika Sorrentino, Ari's sister. Yeah, Ari's bringing his entire family to our competitions here. Then Leroy Balkaran from the Caribbean island of Trinidad and Tobago, and Vladimir Ogurtsov from Russia, one of the biggest deceptions of the ETK series. Is it time for his redemption? I am Peregrinos, or Pere for short. I craft these championships in BMG, relying on the game's AI to ensure every result is random, fair, and untouched by bias. My role? To step back and let the roads, the cars, and the drivers tell their own story. By the way, I forgot to mention that 5 of the drivers are on a Civetta Bolide 390 GT, while only Vladerio is driving on a Cinchilla. And will he be able to match Kian's time? Let's begin. And our first driver is Shane Grehan. You may remember him from the ETK series, but anyway, Shane didn't receive any sponsor for this training session, so he only ran the 3 mandatory ones with only 1 not finishing. So his time is really good, even though he is in the 12th position so far. Well, it's the beginning of the season, right? He is not in the 12th position, but based on the qualifying, he is in the 12th position. So he just started now, he's going really fast. Let's see how he's gonna perform. His color is the attiré, or the color, or the livery. I forgot the word, now I remembered. The livery of his car is the same color as it was, this gray, grayish, bluish tone of color, but I wanted his car to be a little bit more colorful, and I added the Irish orange stripe into his car, so he looks a little bit prettier. And I don't remember now from the top of my head, but all of his cars will be kind of the same color palette, and this goes for every single person. Oh, he's almost losing control over there. He's driving very fast. I looked at that beautiful color, the beautiful camera view. I really liked that one that I came up with. But yesterday when I was watching some of the rally series recap that was happening, I positioned the camera kind of differently, so I think for the Class B I'm gonna do something different. I really like, because these videos have already been recorded a few days, maybe a week ago, weeks. I am kind of behind. So Shane is approaching where Reinaldo crashed. Reinaldo car has been cleared from the crash area. As you can see now, he's not there because I like to change the time of the day in the game, inside the game, when I'm doing those rally. And for the next episode, they will be finishing their sessions, their racing sessions, kind of close to the night. But yeah, it's just I like to create this how can I say, this perception of reality within the game. So if I had a better computer, I could definitely make it look better, of course. But yeah, some point I'm very, very hopeful that it will bring me something. So Shane here is at 2 minutes and 50 seconds. I remember that Kian had 3 minutes and 21 seconds. I don't think that in 20 seconds Kian's gonna perform the bridge and the city center. So 10 seconds have already passed and he's still in the bridge. So he's not gonna take the first position from Kian, definitely. I'm looking forward to Vladerio, who is driving the Scintilla, who can actually have some chances, in my opinion, to beat Kian Falun's time. So we are at 3:30 here at the city center, making the corner at 3:34. I don't know. I think he's gonna be around close to Xiaoli. And he finished here with 3:45.4. I mentioned it was 14 seconds between Xiaoli and Kian, so definitely Shane is in the last position now. In the last position. Thank you, Shane Grehan. And yeah. And yeah, as I said, Shane went to the end. So let's now start with Jolanta Janus. Jolanta from Poland. She looks so pretty in this photo. So she also didn't receive any sponsorship, completing only 3 of the mandatory. I mean, she completed only 2. One of them, her first attempt, she couldn't complete, but she went to the end of the track. So she had a relatively good position, saving her the 11th position within the training, and she started. Let's try to make some sort of benchmark here, because when changing the camera to this nice view, it was 20 seconds, now 25. Switching again, because I don't have the markers here of the checkpoints, I will add, and this is something that I think will be very nice to see, some sort of checkpoints in the rallies, in the rally series, so we can benchmark who has gone faster or not. That will be nice to have at least some point of conversation. And talking about the livery for Jolanta Janus, because I was talking about Shane Grehan as well, right? So I didn't bring the national colors of Poland. However, Jolanta was driving this green forest green, whatever the name is in the game, I don't remember. And oh, look at how she lost control of the car. No, Jolanta, you were always a good driver. You did very well, I mean, relatively well in the ETK series, granting so many highlights and many commentaries, so you are special in my heart, Jolanta. But losing control here, it's definitely putting you in the back of the results. I think if you finish, don't crash, please. I don't want you to crash. I don't want anyone to crash, to be honest. But yeah, I was talking about Jolanta's livery, and she was driving this green color in the ETK series, so I decided to keep the same palette for her color, and just added some sort of shading in the green. Let me know if you like her color. And by the way, I didn't mention in this video yet, but if here is where Reinaldo crashed. Let's see. Okay, so Jolanta is going really nice. So 2 minutes and 12 seconds, that's when she was making the turn here. Anyway, so if you would like to see any of these cars to have a new training session for the next class, I mean for the class A, the next race, for the next map location, let me know in the comments, and I will add an extra training session and name you as the sponsor for this extra to any of the drivers that we are seeing in this episode. So just leave a comment and that's it. So Jolanta here is at 2:54. She's behind because she's pinned, and at the beginning of the race, so she's approaching the bridge now. This is the fastest section of the track. Unfortunately, I do not have the data to check the speed. Oh no, she's losing. Yeah, this is a very dangerous area. I mentioned in the past episode that it's very easy to lose control of the car here, and when I was testing manually driving, I don't drive well anyway, so I always lost control here when I actually managed to reach this point. I don't remember finishing this track, to be honest, but here is very easy to lose control. So she's at 340. Shane Grehan was 345. So she's not that much behind him. She can recover it on the next, and she's finishing with 352, almost 353. So that's a very good run. And well, is it safe to say that's a very good run? I don't know. I really don't know. So let's look at the points here. So Jolanta is at the back at the moment, and yeah, let's jump to the next driver now, which is Vladerio Catalonotto. He's starting. So he had a sponsored session by Ari, because well, he's Ari's cousin. So the fourth and session, he had a 4:51. It wasn't a very good one, but it was better than the other, which was, oh, that's a bad start. The other one he didn't finish. So this sponsored helped him to reduce the average of the 3 best sessions. So I think that he's on the 10th position because of that. Otherwise he would be behind Jolanta and Shane. I don't remember, I didn't check, but yeah. So here is 26 seconds. He is very slow because Jolanta was on the 20 seconds around there, and he had a very bad start, to be honest. All of the Scintilla guys are having very bad start, and they can actually compensate with the speed of the car. And all of the other drivers are actually on the 390 GT. Saying the letters G and T one after the other is kind of hard for me. It requires a lot of effort. So here is where Jolanta lost control. We can see the marks on the floor. It's around 1 minute and 10 seconds. That's the time that Vladerio has here. He is, oh, look at this beautiful. I don't think this Scintilla car is very beautiful. I have issues, and Ari even said, Pere, you don't like any of the cars of the game. All of them are ugly. Well, I like the ETKs, and I think the majority of people don't like the ETKs, but anyway, it's some sort of taste, right? And I like the Miramar. Really like that car. Anyway, so I sense that the Vladerio here is very slow. He's not driving with the best of the intentions. I think he's kind of afraid of what the car can bring, even though he completed... yeah, I was talking about it and he lost control, yeah. So it's just because I was commenting that he should speed up, and he sped up in the wrong section and lost control of the car. We are approaching here 2 minutes and 7. Jolanta was 2 minutes and 12, I remember, so he caught up with the time. He has chances to beat both Jolanta and Shane, I think. And even though he had a very bad start. So we see here that Vladerio is actually catching up. But I sense that he's not very fast, to be honest. He's not driving very seriously here. I hope that he can improve his performance, because he has the best car, right? Oh, just because I mentioned he sped up a little bit, he's entering the fastest section of the track, and now he's going as fast as he can. Let's see. Oh, that's a very beautiful view. and the reflection of the sun in the windshield, he passed us. Anyway, I was talking that this car has a... I'm starting to like it. I'm really starting to like it, even though, yeah, I have issues. And it's not about... I cannot objectively speak why I don't like it. I simply don't like it very much. But yeah, anyway, he's coming here, 3:25. He has a chance to catch the time of everyone, so he has 15 seconds to finish. He's definitely faster than both Shane and Jolanta. So let's see how he's gonna approach. We can see Jolanta finishing there. Did you see it? 3:40.9. Almost 3:41. He went to the very corner of the track, the edge of the track, because Jolanta was still parking her car, and that's a very good time. 3:40. He is 19 seconds behind Kian. That's bad for him, but he is in the 4th position at the moment. And now let's start with Monika Sorrentino, Ari's sister. Of course, he sponsored her time, and she did very well. Again, same situation as Vladerio. She didn't finish one of the mandatory trainings, but with the addition sponsored training session, she managed to catch up a little bit, even though she didn't make a very good time. It was 5 minutes and 1, the sponsored time, but it was better than not finishing, right? So Monika has an issue with her car in an area that she's always kind of spinning and getting out. And all of the training sessions, the last training session and the training session that she didn't finish, it was at the very same time that she spin, right? Yeah, I think, yeah, spin. So or spinned. I don't remember. Anyone, if you are fluent in English or if you're native, let me know. Spin or spin. You get what I mean, right? So I didn't check how far she was, and when we get to the area, I will say the issues that she has. Do you see that she's driving kind of slow? And I think it's because of all of those spins that she made. She's approaching this after the first sharp turn. By the way, I should rename the turns, right? Would be fun. Here, after this one, she's go fast. Do you see? She loses control, and right after, it's actually the same place where Daisy crashed. So she's going very well here, and then she was spinning somewhere. Not now. It's after. And let's see how she's gonna be now. I hope she can pass that very hard time for her. And she's coming here. This is an area that the car... yeah, that's where I would say. So she lost control at the same time, and she went out. So she's gonna... where are you going, Monika? Oh no! It's exactly the same as in the last session, the last 2 sessions. One of them, she got stuck, and the other, she managed to get out. And I think she's stuck. No, she's not. Come on, Monika. You can get out of there. Please. Monika, you're stuck. Oh my god, you're gonna to DNF. Leroy has already passed her here. I don't have his time yet. We're gonna check, and yeah, I think she's out. She cannot get out of the mess that she has put herself in again for the 3rd time. Well, one of them she managed to get out, but at this time she couldn't. Yeah, it's out. You can try. You didn't. Yeah, I think when I was... yeah, that's the end. That's the end. Yeah, that's the end, yeah. So DNF, Monika, you didn't finish. That's bad. Your time will be calculated once we finish with everyone now. So at the time it's 3:52, Jolanta's time, that we're gonna take as a basis. And now Leroy is starting. Leroy had only the 3 mandatory training sessions, and the first one he didn't finish, but after the other ones he went very well. I think he also finished, he crashed his first training session at the end of the track. I don't remember now, but here he goes. Leroy Balkaran. I really like this driver. I really like him. when I was creating the drivers some more 3 years ago for some different project of mine. Leroy was one that I actually enjoyed creating. And let's see, he's here 25 seconds. He's lower than Jolanta was, because that's the one that I managed to catch. She was at 20 seconds, he was at 25, 26. But let's see how Leroy performs from the Trinidad and Tobago, from Port of Spain. Leroy Balkaran. I don't even know what to talk much about him, because he didn't create many story sessions during the ETK series. He's an old driver as well, and he's not going. Oh, look at Vladimir Ogurtsov. Vladimir on his session, on his time, he's catching up to Leroy Balkaran. Look at him. Oh my god, I don't know if Vladimir is actually going very fast or if Leroy Balkaran is actually going very slow. Vladimir is trying to pass him, but the AI is not very well configured to make passings or overtakes. I don't think Vladimir is gonna be able to overtake here, even though he's gonna try. Look at Vladimir approaching. He's pushing Leroy Balkaran to do his best. So I noticed already that Leroy Balkaran is driving faster. He's not holding back as he was. He's gonna pass here where Monika lost control. Oh, he is almost losing control, but he managed to control the car. Oh, that's exactly the same spot as Monika, so there are some things to be concerned over there, right? I don't think they're gonna drive here anymore, but I don't know. So here is Leroy. He's opening now. Did Vladimir? We will check Vladimir. I think he's spin. Again, spin. Spin. I don't remember. So 2:15. That's a good time. He's kind of the same time as Jolanta Janus. Jolanta was at 2:12 here. 2:14. Well, it doesn't matter. It was around the same, so they are kind of in the same time bracket by that point. And this is another reason why I should put some checkpoints, because I could just draw here their time so I can compare, right? So Leroy Balkaran, he qualified in the 8th position. Now he's at 2 minutes and 50, entering the fastest area, and Vladimir is again pushing him. Vladimir is gonna have issues with his time because he cannot take advantage of his car, because he's trying to be as fast as he can, even though all of the cars, they started with 20 seconds apart from each other. Vladimir just caught up right straight from the beginning, and we will see how he performed. And now Vladimir is way back. Leroy Balkaran is not losing control here. Jolanta lost control here in this area. He's approaching 3:27 now, and entering the city, and he's gonna pass on the church turn at around 3:40, which is Vladerio Catalonotto. Yeah, 3:40, passing the church turn. And now he's gonna finish. He's not faster than Shane, but he's faster than Jolanta Janus, 3:46.9. And he's gonna position. Vladimir has already finished. I'm not gonna write here his time, because we need to check his run, right? So I think that, yeah, Vladimir is gonna place his car first, because when I was doing it, I drove them this part just back to the parking lot. And now Leroy is going in the second. Oh, he's stuck here, but now he's driving, and we will check his time across the table. So 3:46, he's lower than Shane, but faster than Jolanta. And Leroy is taking the second last, 3:46. And now let's check Vladimir Ogurtsov. Vladimir didn't receive any sponsored training session. However, he finished all of them, with the third one being the second fast and the first being the fastest one. His average is 3:29. Now makes sense talking about his average time. That's a very good start here. Vladimir Ogurtsov, he was the biggest deception of the ETK series, and if you have not watched it, I'm gonna just give you a little bit of a recap. Vladimir he started the ETK series in the very first race. He was the first. He finished in first. He won that first race, first everything in this channel in regards to BMG. He was the very first. Here is the time. Let's see. 34. I missed the point. I missed the checkpoint. Okay. Anyway, so okay. Do you see? He is afraid of coming close to Leroy Balkaran. He went full stop at that area, losing time. Now he's looking for a way to pass Leroy Balkaran, but as I said, the DAI isn't well developed to make overtakings. And even though I tried to make some improvements, but I'm not a developer, so yeah, it was just an attempt to make it better. But anyway, so back to Vladimir's story, and after that, on the the HK series had 5 locations, and the other 4 locations he just went downhill. He didn't finish one of them, and he ended the series right at the bottom of the table. I don't remember where, but it was really bad for someone who won the very first race. So here is Vladimir going very slow. He's allowing Leroy to open up a little bit of time, I think, because I was thinking that he could have span. Jesus, I need to check that after. And yeah, so he's going slow, but his approaching this turn is 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So if Leroy wasn't holding him back, I think he would have a very good time, very, very good time. From the top, I think he would kind of be around Kian's time, but Leroy is not helping. So I think that the first ones to start the race are the ones that are gonna have the empty track in front of them, and I think it's some sort of bonus, like a hidden bonus. Oh, look at how Leroy is going slow in comparison to Vladimir. Did you see the approach on that turn? And Vladimir is trying to take the most of his car, but he's all the time stepping on the brakes, and yeah, this is hindering Vladimir's potential. So if Vladimir gets the 6th position, he would be the first to take the track on the third session. So I divided. We have 18 drivers, and I divided in 3 sessions: morning, afternoon, and late afternoon. Because if it gets night, we don't have lights, right? So yeah, let's see. So 322, 323, he's having a very good time, but he stopped it again because of Leroy Balkaran. And even though his time is good, could have been better, I reckon this. 332, 665. So Vladimir Ogurtsov finished well. I don't know where he's gonna be on the table, so let's check. Once the table loads, just waiting for him to park, and then we'll be able to catch the table. And it's gonna be... show the table. Yeah, Vladimir, where are you? It's in the 3rd position. Very good. He's almost at the same time as Igor and Sorrentino. So we have 200 milliseconds difference between Igor and Sorrentino and Vladimir Ogurtsov. So just recapping here, everyone has finished their time. So we have Daisy, Monika, and Reinaldo to have their time calculated based at the current moment on Jolanta Janus' time. Once we finish, we still have Donatella, Petrin, Piotr, Robinson, Teruya, and Yarelio to run, which will be the next episode. And then we will be able to calculate Monika, Reinaldo, and Daisy O'Brien. So back to the table. Kian in 1st, Igor in 2nd, Vladimir in 3rd, only 200 milliseconds behind Igor. Then Arthur Walker with 3 seconds behind. Vladerio Catalonotto 5 seconds behind. Then Xiao Li 4 seconds behind. I don't remember. Jesus Christ, I don't know. Then Shane, Leroy, and Jolanta Janus. So that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Bye.